Oltiinko mä tässä? Oltiinko mä tässä vai jotain muuta?
There you are. How did you...
Me oltiin jossain myöhemmässä.
What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories.
Tervetuloa. Huomenna lyödään sarja katkolle ja meitsäkin ottaa rattiksi. Nyt voi heittää pari. Nyt tulee kinkkoja. Mikä se jättä jäänyt? Mutta hei. On suomalainen peli.
Follow my lead.
Joko me päästään valitsemaan meidän tupa. Ja nyt skipataan, koska me nähtiin täällä.
That's what you're seeing. Oh!
Suoraan.
Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Eiks mä oon 5 vuoden opiskelija? Mut joo, tästä lähtee. Tervetuloa, ottakaa nämä valtuuksia. Okei, hello, welcome. Welcome to channel. Follow my social media. Tell me description. Welcome to the stream. Follow my social media. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let's go to the stream. No, tästä lähtee. Oh, portugiiseet. Tämä on nyt, että se menee eteenpäin, tämä latausmieltä. And... No niin, saanko me nyt valita se tupa vai ei? Jos me joudutaan tekemään joku himpatin testi ja me joudutaan väärään tupaan, kun korpinkyns, niin korpinkyns on mun tupa, ja jos mä en pääse siihen, niin se
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
Näkyy näitä yhtä.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left.
Okay.
If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Joo. Ei, kyllä tää on tää sama sali.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Hyvä, kun kaikki on niin nuoria ja meitä on tämmönen tyylin teini-aikuinen. Nyt mä please toivon, että sen saa valita.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Apua, mä en tiedä yhtään.
A desire to learn? I do enjoy
Yes,
a good
okay.
puzzle, and I believe I have a ready mind.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Todellakin. Me ollaan Ravenclaw. Siis korpiköisiä mun... Siis mä oon halunnut oppia kehittää.
Ravenclaw!
No ei tää Lovegood ollut. Lovegood ei oo sattuma. Luna on mun lemppari hahmoni.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Niin, että huippausta ei saada.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Joo.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see
Mä
to
en
it,
malta
sir.
odottaa tätä.
As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As
Totta
Deputy
kai siellä on
Headmistress,
Weasley.
it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Korpikynsä. Meidän pitää tehdä joku puzzle varmaan, että päästään edes sisään. Katsotaan, onko musta edes se arvosta. Koska mä veikkaan, että kaikissa on joku.
For a student to begin as a fifth year.
Ai että.
Might be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I am, Professor.
This is the entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must
Oh,
solve
no.
a riddle to enter. I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Mitä jos mä feilaan?
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
Eli me ei saa edes ratkaista. Oi ei.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow.
Oisko
I shall
se
be back
voinut
in the
antaa
morning
mulle, jos
to
yrittää
lecture for your
ratkaista
first
sitä?
class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Se antaa myös mun tutkia tai common room. Miten me päästään liikkumaan vapaasti? Ai että. Switch, tää on niin mun tupaa
Looks like
oikeesti.
everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Siis nää värit, oikeesti sininen yhtä molempi värejä. No joo, kieltä musta halvammat tota.
Revelio.
Applebee Arrows. Applebee Arrows. Oi että. Mä nauttisin niin olla hyvästä tarvikyys. Se on jännä. Tää on niinku hauska taas, mä tiedän, että se, että maailmassa on miljoonia multi-universumeja, ja me ollaan kaikki ihmiset on maapallolla synnytty niihin, missä ainoa se universumi, missä ei ole.
I suppose.
This should be interesting.
Must be different. I'm not sure this is the right spot. I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy.
Miksi mä teen mahdollista noin, kun tuo näyttää vanhalta?
Great golden gobstones. I want him to thrive here.
Toi ei se näytä vitosluokkaa sieltä.
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it.
Yes.
And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Tai mitä muuttaa. Tää on niinku oikeesti tää olisi niin best. Siis meillä on niinku oma tämmönen nuotiohomma. Tää on niin siisti oikeesti, kun on tähtiä ja... Oikeesti, me on täällä torni, mennään ikkunoista.
Deep breath.
Amit! Tavataan Amit.
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look?
Jos meillä on kaukoputkikin täällä.
Can't see
Tarvi kyllä tää haluaa oppia paljon.
Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy?
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all 5th years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
Yeah.
This should be interesting.
Sometimes you can find some quite interesting things in the library.
Jonne ei pääse. Ota mitä muuta täällä on niinku puolella vikalle. Tää on niin siistiä. Toi on varmaan Rowena Ravenclaw. Okei. Ja tonne.
Just have to wait for the right moment. One moment.
Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
Kertut Wiggly.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be
Sä oot, mä voin vaihtaa noin laseen, jos ne näyttää niin typerät.
Glad to hear it.
Nämä on tuossa supermarketissa kyllä toisaalta.
Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Ah.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw.
Joo.
Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep her waiting.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Oho. Mitä tapahtuu?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Joo, toivottavasti mä opitan kaikki näin.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Tää on niin siistitä Ravenclaw.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
Kas tää heppoa.
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bus?
Revelio?
And see what details the field guide can provide.
Voisi olla tämmönen... Tää näyttää siltä, että jos Korpin kynnellä olisi limusiiniajaja, tai hovimestari, niin tää näyttäisi siltä. No, emme haluta mikään käyttää En mä halua käyttää, kun Sitten että nyt näyttää kyllä jollain irlantilaista tai farmerilta. Hello mate, do you want some potatoes? And some water. Let's go out, baby, chop chop. Oi. Kuinka irkut voi näyttää oikeesti? Oh.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to...
Revelio. Revelio.
Ratkaistaan toista myöhemmin, meillä on aikaa, jos saa sun riippuu vapaasti.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also,
Shop and
I
pubs.
imagine, enjoy
Silleen,
many a
voit
bottle
mennä
of
Harryn
ale
kanssa
with friends.
kaljalle. Yksi. Voi kalja.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece.
One Piece. Meriroskuningas. One Piece. Meriroskuningas.
Of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather
Nää on
unfortunately,
kyllä mun
it would seem that it
mieliharhailu ihan
chose
huono.
us.
Toisaalta huomenna on se kalpa.
Enough chit-chat.
Tää on sitten
I need to
ratkaisua
get to
peliä.
class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Nothing to be learned at Hogwarts that one cannot learn out in the world.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you.
Yep.
Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Kumpi mä halutaan ekana? Mä en saanut se ihan.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious
Joo, nyt
locket.
pitää yrittää
For
saada
now,
valkoinen sauva.
focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio.
Vitsi tää on kaunis tää peli. Siis ihan uskomattoman hieno. Ja sanotaan näin, että en oo kyllä yllättynyt, jos tää crashaa jossain vaiheessa.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Me mennään vaan tuonne kurssiin. Mun mielestä huispauksen jättäminen pois oli ehkä suuri virhe oikeasti suoraan. Missä se on?
What are you up to now?
Protego. Revelio.
Many of them do chatter on nonetheless. My friends and I spend our evenings watching the sunset with Quidditch.
Aivan just.
Revelio.
Se on tärkeämpi juttu. Sitkö se muuttuu joksikin?
Revelio.
Varmaan lähtee erossa.
Revelio.
Jaa, ehkä näitä mysteereitä voi myöhemmin mennä nyt se tunnille.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Apua.
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Ei pääse ylöspäin mistään. Mistä täältä mukaan pääsee ylöspäin? Varmaan portista. Ensimmäinen päivä mä varmaan myöhässä.
Professor Ronan
Revelio.
We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
I'm dreading some of us don't necessarily
Almost
want him to get back to the lesson.
Almost Maxima.
I'd rather jinx myself than have to explain reasons for the exceptions to Gaut's law.
I spent hours trying to conjure a meat pie when I was a first year.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you
Jos jollain jotain ja miten ihmeessä
She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
I'm glad there's a Slytherin in charge of the school, willing to make the hard decision.
Ei mitään hajuu. Mennään tuolla tunnille. Eksyttiin, joo. Mitäs se on?
I can't even cast Lumos.
Jos joku haluaa neuvoa, miten noi taika oli jo hommat menee, niin...
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Oho.
Well,
Ei ihan reilu, kun hän on eka vuotta, vaikka 5 vuotta.
Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Okay. Let's go. It's magic, you know. Akio. Siis Akio olisi laiskuuden maksimointia. Siis jos mä pystyn tekemään taikaa, niin mä olisin laiski. Mä olisin sohvan toisella puolella. Istuisin sohvalla ja pöydällä olisi. Mä olisin silleen, Akio. Tai Akio kokis. Akio.
Might just rival Miss Onai here.
Akio
Very
lompa.
good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Joo. No se on ainakin innokas. Ai että mä rakastan tätä peliä. Mä ootan vaan, kun saa enemmän ratkonut pulmia ja mä keksin miten noin. Totta kai, mulla on mahdollisuus myös huijata. Mä haluaisin olla oikeesti. Siis peleissä on niinku, mähän nyt on huijannut niinku esimerkiksi Last of Us 2, niin kassakooppi, koodit, niin mä etin ne Googlesta ne vastaukset. Tai niinku näin ja mä tiedän, että se on tavallaan huijaamista, mutta me tarvitaan kaikkea.
So why don't we have our new student start us off?
Mä oon siis tyhmä kuin saapas. Ei, niinku, kyllä mä nyt jotain osaan, mutta...
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. Splendid! Not to worry. Accio. Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge?
Oh no.
Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. There we go.
Accio.
Watch this.
Hey.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Eli kovaa.
Don't lose your composure.
Be sharp.
Ei, Mr. Perfect.
Yes!
Accio.
Tot. No 70. Aha.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Mitäs nyt? Oh my
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Okay.
Here we go.
Accio.
Pasteliti. Älä, Justin! Sydän ei kestä. Jesse pussissa.
There we go.
Accio.
Sieltä.
That is how it's done.
Ota siitä!
Remarkable.
Täydet points.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Nice. Tontsotti. Ja ootkohan... Niillä on pakko joko se tehtävänä arvo tai sit niillä niinku...
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it...
After my brother learned...
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello. How's your
Revelio.
first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Revelio.
Jos miettii, että niinku 12 on tulos tyylin keskeltä, niin 4. Sitten joku.
Revelio.
Edelleen K1 arvosta. Ellei. Tää on ykköstehtävä, okei. Toi on 2, okei. Nyt ootkaa hetki. Eli no. Kakkonen. Ja sit jos 4 tulee tosta. Nyt vähän tavallaan toisaalta. Ei se ole cheattaamista, jos katsoo mitä ne numerot tarkoittaa. Hetkonen. Lisko. Tässä on meidän lisko. Okay. Mä nyt ymmärrän. Dum. I am dum. Se oli tavallaan oikein, mutta mä olisikin väärin. I am dum. Mun pitäis olla porpikö. I am dum. Laskin 11. Tää täällä.
Revelio.
Mut joo, ensimmäinen puzzle ratkaistu.
Revelio.
Madame Kagao is certainly strict.
Ollaan striimattu. Kohta tultiin vedetään vielä yksi klassi. Oho. On se juu. Tämä lock. Mistä pääsee alaspäin? Joo, Defend Dark Arts. Mut en mä tiedä, ei se kyllä oo huijausta, että tietää mitkä ne numerot vaikeammin. Koska puzzlehan on ihan pirun vaikea, jos ei tiedä numeroita. Otas siis, sanotaan näin, että olisimme voitu pyörittää kaikki mahdolliset kombinaatiot. Niinku mun tyyli ratkaista, että oltais kaikki kombinaatiot tyyli yritetty ratkoa ja... Koska noissakin ne on tietyn verranhan niitä on niitä kombinaatioita, ne yritetään ratkaista, mutta...
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity.
Levioso nostaa se vähän skruusioon.
Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Mulla vitoslo. En mä niinku opin nää perusjutut heti ekana.
Levioso.
Leviosa. Leviosa. Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Jälleen kerran taikeeta mä katsoisin aivan liikaa vaaryyttä oikeesti. Laiska ihminen.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent. So, now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Crucio. Bombarde.
This should be easy. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm
If only all of my students were this adept. I do enjoy lively duels. Want your opponent assigned to attack or defend yourself. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Nää unohtaa, että on vielpi. Se on vanhempi noita muut.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Joo, ei tosiaan.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Yeah.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, I hope it's you.
Revelio.
Sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster. Would be sure to tell him how very much you despise him. Oh, my exam.
Have you ever visited any of the hamlets?
Why would Slytherin
Mikä olisi ratkaisee se yksi?
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Ei tää on meidän paikka. Nää portaat sinne Ravenclawaan. Ei tää ei oo. Mä oon nyt jo yksin. Lasketaan vielä tonne ja... Tähän olisi vielä yksi. Tässä on yksi. Tasaksi. Mä nyt... Kyllä onko aina yksi peittää. Siis... Mä nyt en... Mä tulen eksyä täällä niinku ihan sikan.
Ancient secrets bring forth an age of magic. With the ride.
Mä tulen eksyä täällä oikeesti ihan sikan. Joo, en tiedä, mut lopetellaan tähän. Mä muistin jossain se oli se.
Revelio.
Okei, 2-1. No ehkä me ratkaistaan tää ensi kerran. Okei, hei, jättäkää tykkäys takana haltuuspäin, jättäkää tykkäys ja sanat löytää toivottavasti voi katsoa. Tuon sarjuskaa positiivisen vaan, se on